An early stream. Shocking for some, I'm sure. What's up, Unlucky? What's up, Launchbox? What's up, Breezer? What's up, Arcs? Okay, guys, we're gonna be doing some cruise solo stuff. Maybe some walkthroughs, people. Might do that. Base Spring 2, not much going on in this game up until the next patch. Tragically. Good morning, SUG. The flesh is weak, brother. It certainly is. You're up quite early, aren't we? Now, as someone who had a terrible night's sleep last night, let me tell you, it was not pleasant. Where's my, do they not have it? Oh, maybe they do. So they do have a Corvus one. Where's the, I was almost certain that there was the, am I tripping? I guess so. I really thought that there was a feather shoulder option on this class, but there's not. That is okay. You were promised 720p, it should be. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Hazen? Dimitri. What's up, Sigismund? Brother, do you know what time it is? Like 6 a.m., bro. Why? Because the grind never stops, dude. What do you mean? What do you mean, why? What do you mean, why? I don't know, like, honestly, guys, you guys have been here for a while. I don't know how anything of my schedule is shocking anymore. I just appear online. That's how it goes. Perfect time for you. All right, guys, that's good. Good. We're gonna play some Raven Guard on the heavy real quick, and then we're doing a lot of siege mode next patch. Probably a ton of siege mode guides, build guides, and stuff like that. And then we'll also be doing a ton of other stuff. I have to finish up. There's a few things that have been in the pipeline. There's also be a Warhammer Skulls. Excuse me. That's coming up pretty soon here. I'm always behind schedule. Very tragic. Let's just do this, I guess. Well, we could do Vortex, but... Box. When is patch 13 dropping? Probably not for a bit. It's like a member for 2 months of the custodians. Well, you helped me finish my 20-hour shift. Just 2 more hours, I can go home and sleep for 4 hours. 20-hour shifts, that's diabolical, dude. The closest thing I've ever had to a 20-hour shift, I'd say in quotations, is a 20-hour stream. That does not count, in my opinion, so... That's not working. Is your PFP supposed to be 1,000-yard stare move with the guardsman? That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what the PFP is. But it's always been. I don't know that's a problem.
Our Vox transmissions are not reaching the astropathic relay station. The source of the interference lies in heretic-occupied territory. Locate and destroy whatever is jamming our communications. You will be on your own from here. The Emperor protects. Arrived, Damocles. Vox contact going dark. Understood. Damocles out.
Getting a siege mode update next patch, but like the only thing they've shown siege mode update, quote unquote, is like some atonements and a new boss and a rework timer. And some reposition things. Battle. Yo, little bro, play the game. I'm gonna take the games here. I hope it's good because I have not given a flying fuck about siege in like a year, so. Pray. Actually, hold on, I said the wrong thing. Let me get mobile. Let me get the mobile thing fixed. 1 second, guys. As you guys think they'll add a tank as a terminus at some point? I kind of doubt that, Alpha. Maybe they will. Like, what do you mean by a tank? What do you mean by tank? Alright, there we go. A Chaos Predator. I mean, they could add. There's a lot of things they could add to the game that they probably already have firepower one. But that's what we wanted. Do I want Vox or do I want like Reclamation or whatever, or Vortex? Vortex is pretty good. Your ideal patch is just removing barb strangles and biovores from the game. I mean, that's an option. Definitely an option.
Redeployment to Otherite will further reduce the heretic presence in the sector. We face another Vox blackout. Our experience from the last... The clashes between the heretics and the Xenos have reduced the landing zone to rubble. This is as close as I can get you. Long-range Vox is disabled. Expect no further internal resources.
So what the fuck is Zealots and Trappers and Darktide? I don't know, dude. Those Zealots have played Darktide side, so that's probably the problem.
Arch enemy nearby!
Alright, so we took the firepower boltis on this just to peak Raven Guard. Now when it comes to using the heavy bolt rifle against Chaos, it's actually quite useful against the Chaos spawn because having a fencing window on this thing, pretty cool. Right. I would honestly say the heavy bolt rifle is one of the, or heavy bolter is one of the best weapons against Chaos in the entire game. Number one, your CHP recovery is quite high, and the third one.
Become a beast, die like a beast. Terminate that virgin.
Wasn't sure if I should get the heroic one since it's below the relic one. The heroic heavy bolter is the best heavy bolter by leaps and bounds. Not even close. The relic one's First of all, this one has a fencing carry window, which automatically makes it significantly less limited. On top of the fact that there is zero startup time, or I can say there's zero charge rate before you are maximum fire rate on this one.
A dark path.
So I can put a cloak on my bulwark when patch 13 drops? No, you have to actually unlock it through ordeals. That will work.
Fresh magazine.
It'll be an unlockable thing. We don't know if it's on bulwark yet. I'm probably the last accuracy heavy bolt enthusiast. I mean, the accuracy one's not bad. But no heavy bolter really is.
Well done! The spearman nicely! Sending fragment.
You want a chaplain class? We're probably gonna get a chaplain. That is probably coming. Okay. Heavy bolts release.
Astropathic relay ahead.
When you're playing through solo, you usually want to check for the relic spots at all times. It's like once you learn all the spawns for relics makes things significantly easier. And another thing, a huge thing I would say to take advantage of in true solo is the fact that
nothing, brothers.
stims in this game can heal your CHP. So holding that, especially if you're a fatter HP class like this one.
There's no going back. Our adversaries to the deny the many advantage.
Because you know.
We will not be faced with additional numbers. The wolf deforms and weakens all that.
FTG, your voice is too quiet. Oh, I know why. There we go. This should be better. I gotta text you guys. Why do you guys never like let me know about these things? There's like 50 you here. There we go. Sub Inquisitor. Right. So I would say this is one of the best heavy builds in the game for true solo at the moment. Okay, I always fuck that one up. I say as I get smacked in the face, but the heavy bolter is simply one of the best solo builds for chaos in the entire game. Really hard to compete. This class in general is quite strong against ranged enemies.
Keep them off guard. Your health.
Heavy bolter is so satisfying to use. Yeah, so the heroic heavy bolter is the best heavy bolter in the game, and the relic ones do not come close currently. For multiple reasons. Number one, fencing parry window is just like strictly better than a balanced one, outside of like a little bit of a stagger radius. That hardly matters. On top of the fact, this one has 0 startup on its max fire rate, which means you're getting your full damage off and full CHP recovery off every single time you move. And that alone puts it in a better spot. The only place this one actually has like a major downside is once you overheat, the actual cooldown time is significantly longer than the other ones. Still prefer the accuracy variant. You can like the accuracy variant, but it's definitely worse.
Load up.
I also don't think there's many areas where the accuracy variant does much for you. Maybe like long-range Tyranid shooting, but that's about it.
No holding back.
Always watching his YouTube chat. I am. Whenever we're getting first to regardsman PvP, never. Nobody watches PvP in this game. It's just a sad truth. The dead mode.
The spearman troubles us no more. Reload.
There's a reason that all PvP streamers for this game moved over to PvE, pretty much.
The Imperium provides.
Why are you playing as a sneaky crow? Because Raven Guard are cooler than salamanders.
Codex demands.
You heard it here. PvP is so easy to pretend to forget it exists. I mean, at the end of the day, PvP is a dead mode in Space Marine 2, effectively. Despite, I'm actually shocked they still update it. I'm pretty sure if they removed the PvP entirely from this game, you wouldn't actually see that many complaints. You know, we start a stream, we do PvP ordeals again. Yeah, maybe if I need to do that, but I only did that for the ordeal. Alright, this is a boss fight. Ah, yes. The Hellbrute. A live slaughter on Twitch. Ow. I want you dead. Melta bombs are quite convenient, aren't they?
One death is instant. Keep them off guard.
Oh, you did next. Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty rude. Not an easy way out of this. I would have had to perfect dodge that one. More Vanguards, I see.
Sanctify the leaders.
Light Vanguards are rude. That's something to be aware of when you're fighting a Hellbrute. Or like really, if anything staggers you in the middle of this little stagger chain on the hammer, you get you caught in the AoE. The meanest thing about the area denial. Why having stagger on this guy? We could stagger him like this. An option too.
Keep going forward.
You only played PvP because of the Platinum Trophy. Well, PvP in Space Marine 2 is unfortunately a dead mode. They haven't really done much with it.
Investigate possible heretical activity in the lower levels.
Does the Melta Pistol talent that capture magazine at one shot increases damage 50% also apply to gun strikes? No. Very little in this game applies to your gun strikes. Exceptionally little. Only things like active attrition on the assault class, things that like specifically mention gun strike damage. There are a couple other things, but
corruption is widespread. This facility is compromised. Corrupted astropath identified. Corrupted astropath targeted.
Hellbrute Onslaught was fun for a week. You know, my hot take is like, I think they actually, it's kind of a waste of time to even spend dev time on PvP anymore.
Whatever foul entity you serve, it's abandoned. champion. Approach and binge upon their suffering.
Psyche has been compromised by Thousand Suns for unknown summoning ritual.
Death is the only cure for this type of madness. Oh, the changer of fate. Grant us infamous of retribution.
Urgent objective. Deprive hostiles of resources.
The fuck? My gun just vanished out of my hand. That's actually super obnoxious. You guys see that? It stops my gun mid-fire. Fun bug. Very, very functional game. Of actual robbery.
Keep them off guard.
How do you roll without dashing first? I mean, any side rolls always roll. Also depends what class you're playing. Or I should say, yeah, it depends on the class. If we're talking about heavy though, as long as you're not backstepping, you will always get a roll.
Looking notable increase. The Emperor's great might. The Terminator conversion. Become a beast. Die like a beast. Fresh magazine. Melt.
That could have been better. That could have been a better multi-bomb. Definitely. That one. There is no greatsword class. There has to be a Terminator class. You're never getting a Terminator today. Also, a new greatsword wouldn't necessarily mean you're getting a class anyways. Because you could definitely put that on Blade Guard, stuff like that, or Assault. Is there a difference between backstepping and side dodging in terms of iframes? I don't think there's a difference in iframes. There's a difference in recovery time, though.
Waste nothing, brothers.
I'll probably make a guide on that at some point, but it's also not like easily found information in the game. Hold on. Would you keep putting an operation at the HUD? That would be a challenge. I mean, there was a modifier for that, but it's not particularly fun. This game's not really a game built around no HUD. Hey, FTG, is Tekrin good to solo Absolute on? It's the worst class to solo with. There's the longest knockdown time with like no damage reduction, so if you do get staggered on that class, you will just explode sometimes. Obnoxious. Since we brought the goofy bolt pistol to Chaos this time, okay. Let's do that.
Tell me that it's in. Fire on the line. He's the Emperor. Eliminate his force. Sorcerer's heritage. Our grant no more. Execute that one. Let them summon aid. Enemy reserves incoming. Prepare to strip them down. The throne wants back up. Tonight. The enemy destroys more of its foul kind. The Codex demands. I feel no pity for twisted horns. Your head
So low right now that we can't really risk.
marches on.
Commence vaulted demolition.
Alright, we'll do that. Sniper, because it plays one shot you. Now, while you're in this animation, you actually cannot die. It is impossible. As soon as you're out.
Target is unprotected.
Alright, bring you over here real quick.
Order confirmed.
There might be a crate up there. The next crate we find is like guaranteed to be a sim. So when you're true soloing, if you find a sim while you're this low, you are incredibly likely to find, or excuse me, if you find a box, you are incredibly likely to find a stim out of it. But once you find a stim in a box, you have a cooldown like 2 minutes. It makes it very unlikely to find another one. If you already have a stim, you're pretty tough. It doesn't like to give you more than one. Wait, Techman gets knocked down for longer? Yeah, it's like the same knockdown time as Sniper.
Sanctified
Yeah, there's some right there.
arrogance and
That's the OP one too. We do it this way. I had no idea different classes have different knockdown times. Well, the thing about Tech Marine is his knockdown time is so long that by the time you can actually lose your CHP or start to lose it before you actually get back up to shoot back. Quite toxic. Are we expecting a Skull announcement next week? Warhammer Skulls probably comes out around the 22nd. Are Vanguard and Assault good for Solo Absolute? Every class is good for Solo Absolute. Solo Absolute's not that difficult anymore. In fact, all content in Space Marine 2 generally gets easier over time after Strats. Aside from Strats, I mean. And some of the Siege Mode stuff. But I imagine Siege Mode's probably be easier next patch as well with the atonements.
Dark confluence of unholy power ahead. Their second company is already lost. They are its last pathetic gasp. Deceptive auditory tactics in play. Do not engage.
One death is insufficient penalty for your heresy.
Space Marine 2 has gone through a couple moments of like power creeping where some content's gotten easier over time that was like used to be hard, and like new content's come in. You running any Strats today? Maybe. Probably not viewers though. Alright, so we got
And this spawn's twisted existence.
we'll just do this.
Have done well. Put you down. The Codex demands it.
Appreciate your content, the effort you're putting in. Hope life treats you well. Oh, it certainly has. It certainly has. At this point, guys, even if everything came crumbling down, it really would not matter. We are... The support was too tremendous.
Changer of ways. Surge your will through our bodies to slaughter the
Tremendous, so tremendous, in fact, I thought I was going to be going all the way to Space Marine 3, which I definitely will, but I don't know if I'll be going at the same rate of content forever. I don't think I have to.
Our victory is already gone.
Oh, I picked up the game recently due to a friend harassed me about it. I'm glad he did. Just want to say thank you for your videos. I learned so much from them. No problem. There'll be many more.
Psychic combatant pacified. Astropath is hostile. Eliminate.
Deploy filter.
Is Milton Peak? Yes.
We can hold such. No quarter granted to these profane fighters. Well done. The spearman lies.
Space Marine 3 is ages away, too. Absolutely ages. I have to wonder. What will this game even look like by that time period?
Hostile astropath executed.
FTG completed that get rich and chill speed run. Hell yeah. I mean, there's a reason all the other content creators got pissed at me.
The Emperor's grace smites. The Codex demands it.
Neutralize astropaths.
Oh shit.
Fire on that malign horror.
Because he made more content than them? I mean, it's just, in a lot of cases, when it comes to gaming streamers and gaming YouTubers in general, or I should say not even just gaming YouTubers, like gaming content creation, there's a lot of entitlement. An excessive amount, in fact. A lot of it just comes from the fact that like gamers in general are pretty competitive. But it's not the same, because I've made content in quite a few niches before. And I'll say, in gaming, more than others, you have a lot of backstabbers. That is something you do have to watch for. Because, like, just because people look like they're being friendly on the surface, guys, in content creation, a lot of them are not. They're absolutely not. Backstabbers? Oh, I mean, people with hyper egos. People who are like excessively plotting. I mean, I don't shit talk other creators, but especially on Twitch, I've had at least 10 people either A, beg for raids, talk about like, oh, we should all team up to go and like beat these other streamers. It's not a collaborative event, okay? Not for a lot of these guys. They don't want that. They want... Damn, that's crazy. I'm saying it's not, it may seem, I'm telling you guys, like, the secret behind, Twitch especially, quite a toxic platform. Now, I never intended to ever go into Twitch initially, but, holy shit. That's hell about our team. Yeah, except for the League of Unremarkables. We're awesome. And everybody here is goated. Oh, you're because you're better at the game than them? You got it? Actually, no, it's quite the opposite. You'll get a lot of players that are better than me at the game. People get pissed because they don't get the same recognition. But that's just not how these things work. Honestly, your voice is just that what makes me want to watch you. And that you call out nonsense when you see it. Well, I mean, that's usually what content creation comes down to, though. It's just the person. It can also be the content. I mean, obviously it's the content, but like, you could have two people make the exact same thing, and it doesn't inherently mean you're going to get the same result. King of the Castle, King of the Castle, we're talking about.
Aberrations.
Okay, what do we got? The team. That's true. The League of Unremarkables is the most elite 40k stream team ever put together, and also I'm pretty sure the only one. What's good, gang? What's up, Solos? Is the patch today? No. Do you have a regular job, or is content creation your full-time job? Content creation is my full-time job.
Keep going forward. No holding back. Obstacle removed.
Need to lumber from the wall.
I just remembered something. Apparently, the Code Vortex Beasts have synaptic damage sensitivity. It's pretty funny.
Focus on the beast and engage.
How are you getting your Melter Bomb back? The equipment regen is on like every class of the game. Now, what I'm terrified of here is the gunstrike. The gunstrikes in this game, especially in this patch, they like to force you into the animation.
Fresh cartridge.
If I may ask, do you have a comfortable living with content creation, or some months when you struggle? There is zero struggle. Probably ever. I mean, even if I lost 75% of my entire platform, it wouldn't matter.
I wrestle with inner corruption.
Oh god.
Morbidity is disengaging.
I mean, you'll have months in content creation where, like, it's different, but...
Sorcery suspected.
We're being bombarded with corrosive energies.
Search for egress points. Observation. I see
That's
light.
awesome for you, FTG. You deserve it. Yeah, I mean, I won't lie, guys. I've had a lot of support over the past year, and, like...
Offensive resumed.
I feel like it is a luxury to cover games as anything as a content creator in the first place, so I am very thankful for that.
Tentacles are the priority targets.
Rank 1 for POV, Wave 60 Siege. Wave 60 Siege might actually be possible next patch.
Appendage removed.
Hey, have you done the 12-man siege modded run yet? No, I've not. I have not done that. Still waiting the first tabletop guardsman. I don't know if I'll ever do a siege mod. I'll be honest, guys. Siege mode just takes so long. Like, I don't ever care to do a... Like, I did siege runs back in the day. Hayes does them now, and I don't even know if I'll do the next patch either. I asked him if he wanted to do it at some point, but... It's like 3 hours for a single run. And I just don't care to do stuff like that anymore. And that's 3 hours for a single run that you may or may not win. So like, let's say for example, if you finish a 3-hour run and you don't win, or like you die on like wave 40 something, you're trying to go really high, I just consider that a waste of time. That's mainly because I don't find the mode that fun. It was worse before, when they had no... It's really painful. The time it takes hurts too much. That's why I'm not sure how the new update's gonna do. I think the biggest issue with Siege Mode is genuinely that, like, as a content creator who gets fucking paid to do it, I still don't want to do it. I'm like, it just takes forever. So imagine you're playing for fun. Like, the first time you crashed after 2 hours, you're probably never gonna play that mode ever again. I think people underestimate how much YouTube pays. Hate the platform all you want, but they pay pretty well. Dude, if people knew how much some of these, like... To put this in perspective, and say, like, a channel like, I don't know, a channel like Spiffing Brit, or, like, channels of those size, people might think that, like, their sponsorships are, like, $10,000 or something like that per game, but, like, we're talking, some of these guys just get paid $300 grand to cover a game one time. Now, that's not usual for most channels, but, Google is an enormous, fucking ridiculously large company, and they can just put out whatever they want. Twitch, on the other hand, is a broke company. Amazon's just cheap. Hear me, Bezos? Twitch doesn't pay people jack shit, dude.
No holding back.
We might die. Oh, that's pretty mean to do to me. I used to think, so when I was a kid, I used to think like all Twitch streamers were rich. That's what I thought. But then I started Twitch streaming. I'm like, wait a second, they're all the poverty line. Ow.
Medical assistance will be... Duty replenishes my faith. I had a little bite.
The beast is nearly spent. Execute target now.
I was just thinking of the stream on the thing when I was a kid. Well, for the longest time when I was a kid, I was like, oh, these people Twitch stream their game. This guy's got like 80 viewers. He must be fucking loaded. And then I started Twitch streaming, and then I realized, like, wait a second, like half of this, like 90% of all Twitch streamers on YouTube are like, not YouTube, on Twitch, are just unemployed, and just probably living with somebody, and working at the poverty line. Because there's no fucking way on earth you could stream 8 hours a day on just Twitch, you know, like if you don't do something else. But that's what a lot of people do. The humble unemployment. That's what I'm saying. It's like, like if somebody's like streaming for 8 hours, like 6 days a week, even 5 days a week, just not like, even to 100 viewers, it's just not a lot. You're better off just getting an actual job. But I guess a lot of people are Twitch streaming because they don't want an actual job, so I guess that makes sense. Me, I look forward to normal employment again one day. YouTube is the website I've been using the longest since the username was created in like 2008. Well, I think, so this is like a difference between streaming. The dream for like most Twitch streamers is that they want to take all of their content and just like sit there and play a video game all day and then go and take their YouTubes and just go and like clip whatever they said on their stream, and like that's all they do as far as like creation goes. On YouTube though, I think YouTube allows for a lot more expression in creativity. Definitely. Is this game worth it for someone who's never played? Yes. I mean, definitely. There's a ton of content in the game now. FTG LARPing as a streamer. Always have been. Mommy's bathroom. Help me to block. Yes. YouTube may be going down the drain, but Twitch has always been down the drain. I don't think YouTube's going down the drain at all. If anything, YouTube's a more successful platform now than it was like 10 years ago. I always wanted to know your keybinds because I'm only able to play with the controller with the range classes. Some bulwark looks are too hard. I mean, my keybinds are exactly the same. except for mouse 4 aim button. You can look at the description of my YouTube. All my keybinds are vanilla. You know, Space Marine 2 is just not a game you have to sweat in like that. Like, you don't need, like, elite keybinds. The game isn't that complicated. It really is just like a pick whatever you want game. And then I would say, so unless you're pushing into like trying to min-max for siege mode or min-max for like solo strats, which 99% of the player base is never doing, you just don't have to care that much about what you're using. At least in terms of like using the absolute single best thing. Like there are definitely optimal ways to set up builds that exist in the game, but you're probably gonna find those on accident because the perk selection is just not that varied in this game.
Captain Akaram will update our efforts over box. Taking over launch position.
We crush the ravenous brood beneath.
Patch gonna release so they know.
That silence intimidated by city.
Inferno's gotta be the best map in this whole game.
I'm a little more bite.
Definitely one of.
Inserting ground.
Patch will be late this month, maybe. Patch is probably not coming out until June. They're intentionally keeping it hidden, which means you're gonna get Skulls first, and Skulls almost guarantees comes around, like, I don't know, around 22nd? Sometime around there. You might get it at the very end of the month, but I would honestly expect the patch to come out more so in June. Because they probably want to do a 1-year anniversary for Siege, but I'll be real, you know, unless they have something brand new for Siege mode, beyond requisition items, like, it needs a new map. I think that it just straight up needs a new map. I don't think players are going to come back for a mode very long that they've had one map for a year, and all they did was add some like balancing changes to it and requisition store items. You don't think Skulls could be a shadow drop? I mean, it could, but they've never done that before. I don't know why they would do that for a patch like patch 13, unless there's something they're hiding from us that's very good in the patch. Like, the thing with... They did that with the Illuminate in Helldivers 2, but that's only because Helldivers 2 is a way bigger game than Space Marine 2 is. And that was the Game Awards. That's a way bigger event than Skulls. Skulls is a 40k event, which is pretty big, but... Game Awards is way bigger. Or what do they do? It was either the Game Awards or something else. Patch 15 is most likely anniversary update. Patch 15 is probably a quality of life. So what they did last time... So patch 15 is no longer on the list. Because they probably don't have anything to show for it. They don't want to say quality of life update and get people to be pissed off. Because what they did last year... After patch 8 with Siege mode, we got patch 9, which is a quality of life update that had no content, just balancing changes. Probably do it again. Yes. Somebody see that Helldivers 2 is falling off. Well, I mean, dude, if Helldivers 2's fall off would be like Space Marine 2's peak. The game is like too big. They're getting stopped by pillars, that's funny.
This remnant. The fewer cycles these Xenos have, the better. By this tide of Xenos is fresh cut.
Helldivers 2 reviews currently are mostly negative on Steam. Yeah, but how many people are actually playing the game? That's all that really matters to these companies. Like, Helldivers 2 has endless controversies, but also, even if that game's player base dropped like half of what it is now, it would not matter that much. That game is already wildly more successful than they ever intended it to be. I would go as far as say Helldivers 2, like in pure numbers, is probably the most successful horde shooter we've had in like what, 10 years since Left 4 Dead 2? Probably bigger, unless you count Call of Duty Zombies. That's like the only competitor I can think of. Heavy is the stealthiest class, certainly is. Gravis power armor is well known for its stealth. Helldivers 2 has 30k players right now, and SM2 has 10k, not that big. Yes, it's 30k average is fucking huge for a game. On Steam? What other horde shooter has a 30k average in the middle of a controversy? With no content.
I hear no signs of battle. No life signs detected. Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see.
Space Marine 2 is not a small game, but Space Marine 2 is definitely not a big game.
Search was successful, Captain.
Not remotely as big as Helldivers. It's bigger than Dark Tide, but Dark Tide is also quite small.
Preparations.
Yeah. I mean, most developers dream of a 30,000. Like, so to put this in perspective, the peak player count of Space Marine 2 during patch 10 on Steam was like 35k players, 34k. And Helldivers 2 is averaging that, or it's like it has that on a random ass Saturday with no update. How big that game is. Helldivers 2 is a slop game, but undeniably healthy in player numbers at the moment. It probably always will be. That's why they keep making the dev decisions they do. Game goes on the first sector by yourself now. Just random.
This galaxy's not yours.
eternal game. All hail Plankton. I mean, Helldivers 2 is there's a reason there's like endless content creators for Helldivers 2. It's because it's just an enormous game. As Saber says, Space Marine 2 is not a live service. I mean, technically, they said that, so... Listen, I could rant about the stupid shit the Focus community managers say all the time, because they actually... I don't even think they know what their own company says sometimes. Because the whole... waiting room, here I am excited and thought it was releasing today. I mean, it's obviously not releasing today. There's been no announcement from anywhere.
Nothing will escape this group once it catches fire.
But what I was gonna say is the Focus community managers say some really stupid shit. They've also started to block people from pinging them on their Discord server, even though it's their fucking job to do that. So you will get banned from the Space Marine 2 official Discord if you ping them to ask them something on the wrong hours. And the hours that they operate at are like only good for Americans and like British people, that's it. Also, there's a couple Halo content creators hopping on the Space Marine 2 train. Well, yeah, Space Marine 2 blew up, so now people want the pie. That would be.
Pack a little more bite.
Yeah, their hours are bizarre. Dude, so, to put this in perspective, okay, the only job of, like, a Focus community manager is community managing, okay? That is their whole thing. Like, they sit in a Discord server and they talk to their community, but since they're on, like, a different time zone, they got annoyed with people pinging them in their Discord server, so they will now start to time you out. And I know this because somebody came to me in my chat the other day and said, hey, I just joined the official Space Marine 2 Discord, and I wanted to say that I asked them one question, but I forgot, I didn't read their announcement post, so they timed me out for 15 hours. They were in the Discord server for 20 minutes. Not to mention the corpo dick sucking that goes on in that thing. Like, so, corporate, Darktide's official Discord is the same way, where like these things become corporate echo chambers, where you will actually have bizarre shit go on in these things. Like, you'll have people say things to devs like, I'm so sorry for you guys had to deal with anybody complaining about your amazing voice pack DLC. I really hope you make more in the future. It's so unfortunate that people complain about it. It's like, dude, how's the boot on your neck feel? Nice? It feels stiff? It feels so good. This boot on my neck is the best feel. That's the best feeling I've had all week. Yeah, I've seen some cringe shit like that. Like, these are companies. I mean, you don't want, like, obviously you don't want to be. I would never condone harassment because there have been content creators in the past who have just been like psychotic about just like for the community managers in that Discord and things like that, and said some really heinous shit. And like, obviously you don't want to proliferate that kind of experience for the because at the end of the day, the community managers are people and they say dumb shit, it's their job, but doesn't condone harassment. That being said, these are company men, and it's their job to corpo show. All bootlickers are the worst, man. The voice DLC is so goofy. Like, of all the things to defend the voice pack DLC, run absolute difficulty operations that we're playing right now. My gun's just not firing. Sounds like mods post gun ults make them feel better. Oh, it's not that. So, to put this in perspective, okay, like when we talk about Focus is the publishing company for Saber. They are not the actual devs of the game. They talk to the devs, but like the people that like yap about all this new stuff that's coming to the game, they're not the developers of the game usually.
The charge has been armed.
In fact, a lot of them probably don't even play this game very much at all.
The generators hum in the machine god's name.
That is the publishing company. And those same community managers, they are the community managers for other games like Toxic Commando sometimes, and they're the community managers for other games like Plague Tale. So they're really just like moved around. Which is why you get some brain dead takes occasionally.
Swarm spotted. Headed toward generator 4.
If you what the fuck, super early streams are not allowed, it's true.
Generator 4's cow. Climbing is not permitted while in operation.
Our boat shall bellow the soul's hope death. That one's calling the third force.
Defend that generator. I will cover you.
I almost should pull some bigger animals, man.
No holding back.
Would Norman take over the channel when you go away, FTG? You think what makes you think I'm ever going away, dude? Excuse me?
X-axis aligned.
Go away.
I'm on this side as well.
Think I take breaks?
2 vaccines remain.
I'm sure many people wish I took breaks. However, no. If there's no if. FCG is just simply an eternal staple of SN2. There it goes.
Is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation.
I'm really more of a statue. A poorly made one, but stone nonetheless. I've seen community managers get asked questions like, and they say, I don't know anything about the gameplay, ask the other guy. Yes, this is why the takes are usually brain dead. Yet they'll also say things like Tech Marine is one of the strongest classes, and not actually because of decapitating the precision enhancement.
Keep firing lanes to generators 3.
It's pretty funny. Now, on the other hand, Dmitry Grigorenko, the creative director of, or like the lead designer of Saber right now for Space Marine 2, he does have a Discord that you can message, and he will respond. He's pretty chill. The statue of the frozen horror expression, exactly. The weeping angel. You're getting more accurate all the time. You think we'll get info on year 3 from the Skull event? Maybe. But you know, it's a pretty far ways away. FTGX Focus interview would do numbers, wouldn't even be Focus. They would never. First of all, Focus does not like me. I know for a fact that the community managers are Focus. They've seen my videos. I know that because they mentioned them, or they've poked fun at them before. Because I take whatever. Because I will talk about what they say, and they don't like that. And I think I'm pretty fair. I don't think I say anything that rude to them. The only particularly dumb thing I heard one time was this should have cost $25. That was the dumbest thing Focus ever said. Get your assistant Froggy to schedule it, yes. He's here right now. Froggy, schedule the Focus interview for this month. We all know you put thousands of hours into this game out of pure spite. It's true.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Kryptomedium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Been playing for the hate of the game. It's all true, guys. All true. How did you guys know? If you guys want to ask, why do you prefer shooting capacity enemies rather than execute them? Because executing takes a ton of time half the time. And then other enemies can like wander around and put you in weird positions. And all my time playing Space Marine 2, I've never had a Bioboard do the leaping attack. You must have not played very much, because they do that shit all the time. Probably see that within a few matches, big against them enough. Like those Steam reviews, game's complete trash. 10k hours on record. Guys, there are actually, since we're just ranting the stream, there are actually like serial complainers in Space Marine 2 that have been in the fucking comment sections of every YouTube channel for a year and a half straight. It is like the most embarrassing shit you would ever see. It's the same people. It is the same fucking people. I've been making content daily for this game. Oh, over daily. No, I've been playing this game daily for like a year and almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. And I have seen the same commenters complaining for over a year and a half. I mean, I just banned them at this point. I don't fucking care, because like if you're just gonna be a whiny bitch for like the rest of your life, that's your problem, not mine. But it's mental. It is mental, Osborne. It is absolutely mental. It's the same people. And then if you go to the Reddit, you'll see them complaining there too. It's like genuine mental illness. Imagine being that cranial about a fucking game. It happens more than you think. It happens way more than you would think. Embarrassing, yes. Free engagement. It's like it's certainly something. Although vote harder would work. I don't know what would work for those people. I don't even know what you want from the game at that point. Like, what are you looking for in essence too? On a different note though, guys, we'll probably do the FTG face reveal at some point. Maybe. At least some streams of my face again. Sometimes I'm too lazy to be put together. You know, it's hard work being a degenerate that plays a video game all day. But, we'll do it. We gotta do it before we hit 30, you know, we're dying, effectively. Gotta let them remember me, that's like a you face reveal when you're in your 20s, and then you never live stream again. You come back as a 50-year-old decrepit man. Though I'm the kind of guy who would probably be making content all the way into my 90s. For some, maybe not, probably not for anything Warhammer, but somewhere. Like RuneScape. The internet would break. The real, hey guys, first regards from here, we go crazy, it's true. I mean, that requirement is set up my sanding desk. I've needed for ages. How much must we pay for a face reveal? Well, you know, if you're asking, I'll take it for a humble let's see how much. I know, dude, if I pull a dream, it could be pretty bad. So that's a real, we gotta think about that one. Is there an old man that plays Battlefield who's practiced the game? I'm sure there's at least one old man that's... There was one of the biggest RuneScape streamers was a old man. Imagine FTG become a VTuber. No. Let's not get ridiculous, okay? That's not thought. VTuber FTG is not something that's gonna happen in this era. For those of you who watched me during Red Dead 2, you already know what I look like. I feel like VTubing is just... no, not for me. What about PNG tuber? Also no. I find that all kind of cringe, but if people want to do it, they can. I also find it way funnier that... Ow. I also just find it way funnier to have nothing attached to my stream at all except me talking. And the inevitable salt that pops up from try-hard streamers about that. It actually pisses people off. You guys don't know.
We have arrived at Nozik's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can. Your plan is sound, brother.
The best way I could describe Twitch is like you're dealing with a bunch of crypto bros at all times. And everyone's trying to sell you something at all times. They're never asking you to hang out, so it's like, I have an offer for you. Are you using the heroic heavy bolter? Yes, we are. Good morning. What's up, Noel? The reason I love your streams is you don't litter your streams with chat and other nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that, do I? FTG feeling bullish. I'm playing SN2 today. I'm always playing. You're feeling bullish, or I am? I am, but gaming. The disembodied voice keeps winning. Yeah, benefits of having TMJ. Makes it very easy to recognize my voice. I was supposed to get surgery for my job, but I postponed it for my YouTube channel because I wouldn't be able to talk. I wouldn't be able to talk for like 6 months, and we can't allow that. We'll get it fixed after Space Marine 3 or something, whatever.
And get it done. The swarm is upon us.
I still need to grind weekly stratagems. I really don't want to. Don't blame me, brother. Go to the Medicaid service or nah. Think about it, dude. Think about how. So if I skip surgery and live in chronic pain, then I can work harder and give all my money to my dad when I'm older, when he's retired.
swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
You only get the weekly reward once, right? Yeah. Why would you grind them? Well, because, I mean, people play week to week. You can finally go to Tahiti. Skipping Adepticon and delaying a surgery streaming is a power move. He spared no mental expense. A humble quest. I don't know if that's a power move. It is just something I did. I mean, like, and also on the flip side, I imagine that a surgery would hurt a lot more temporarily than this hurts chronically, so I'm fine with that. I will say, though, it does make it, like, damn near impossible for me to record certain things at, like, the evening time because my jaw just locks up at night. That's where stroke to guardsman comes from. What are you gonna do? There's a give and take to all things, you know.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Wouldn't you be knocked out? Yeah, but like, the kind of jaw surgery I would need would be like they'd have to break my bone, go to my jaw, break my bone, and then move it, shift it slightly. But so that would have a pretty long recovery time compared to like other jaw surgeries where they're replacing a joint or something. Yeah, your jaw's wired shut for weeks. Yep. Precisely. Is it your full-time job or do you have a side gig? This is my full-time job.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Get into a bar fight pre-surgery. I've never been in a fight, which probably isn't shocking to anybody watching. It's a kind of verbal argument. You need surgery to drink more coffee. That's what I've been doing, dude. I think it's working. Hello, why don't you stream full screen on YouTube? Because you're clicking there's two stream options. You click on the channel, you'll find the other one. So like you're on the mobile stream option. That's how it works. This here's what monitor you use. Do you think I have any idea what my monitor is? I ain't that kind of gamer. It's monitor 2, sequel to monitor 1. His side gig is being his alter ego, low tier god. I mean, low tier god is one of those players that's actually pretty good at games. He's just not as good as he thinks he is. Or I should say, low tier god is one of those people that is good at games and just trolls about being like the best player ever. Space Monitor 2. But he also plays an actual competitive game in fighting games where like that's actually taken a lot more seriously. But like it's one of those things where in a fighting game, if someone's better than you in a fighting game, there's a direct comparison. It's play against them a lot and then you just immediately realize, oh, I guess they are him. That's why fighting games lead to more cope than like any other.
What in damnation is going on down there? Advance on the detonator, brothers.
I mean, is there a bigger source of whining than a fighting game? Like, fighting game crash outs are like historical media at this point. What he means is he's the best Street Fighter player. Yeah, Low Tier God is definitely the best Street Fighter player. It couldn't possibly be like Higuchi or anyone like that. It must be Low Tier God.
Internet biosign's down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed.
Extras, look at Scrub quotes. Dude, Scrub, listen, okay, I am a profound reader of Scrub quotes. You'll find it in everything. There's Cope. Cope is ever present in video games.
Extraction.
It is actually just ever present. Let me just pull up my shorts comment section on a recent thing. Hold on, let me pull this up because this shit's actually funny to me. Where is it? Here. So people ask me, why do you not read your shorts comments? Well, that's just like... Let's give the people a little sneak peek as to why. Let's give them a little look-see, okay? And you will all discover the reality that is, hold on. Let me window capture this. So, I promise you... So, this is a... Here, we'll extend the thing so you can actually read. So, this is a short I posted the other day. And... This is just me doing like a normal... This isn't even particularly hard, okay? It's a little funny thing because I was fighting a Tyranid Prime, and the Tyranid Prime is like... So Tyranid Prime is one of the most passive bosses in the game up until they go enraged. So for that reason, this guy just kind of chills out. He's like, lets me fucking murder him before you, like... Because there's a little gap in the attack here where I one-shot him. Where he roars, and he sits there because it's how the AI works for these guys, and then he goes to his attack again. But we catch him at the end. Now, naturally, the comment sections here, the top comment is, how polite of it. I have this glitch where my enemies fight back. How to fix 600 upvotes. Now, here we have, now we have, this is profound glaze. It is absolutely bullshit. It said, if you put in as many hours as FTG, the NPCs start to just accept their fate. That's not how this goes, brother. Okay, first of all, we ban all glaze commenters like this. Not this time, though. But the more actions you take, moving, rolling, attacking, see, this guy gives a legitimate answer. Because this is the actual answer here. So the more actions you take, moving, rolling, attacking, the more aggressive they become. Try standing still in front of a swarm to test and see how long it takes to attack you. You are punished for panicking. Test it out. This game does work on an input system, but the big thing here is that Tyranid Primes are just pussy bosses. Like, they will just do this to you. And if I were to go to, like... Let's see. If I were to go to another one... Where is it? No, that's not it. Yeah, so this guy says, bro just knows... Hold on. Fuck. 1 second. I'll pull it up again. I'll pull it up again. This guy, this is the glaze comment I was looking for, where like people actually just make shit up. Where some guy says he just knows the timing perfectly. That is not true at all. Okay. It's not how this works. There's not like a known timing for these things. Sometimes they fuck with you, sometimes they don't. But that's just how this shit works. There's always, like, in shorts comments especially, cry endlessly about this stuff. If you post anything that looks like ridiculously hard, or not even hard, just like anything adjacent to difficult or killing an enemy, there's always going to be a cope comment. And like the percentage of that goes way up in shorts, because shorts players are fucking shit at video games usually. And they're just like scrolling, they're just brain rot on their bed scrolling through a phone. DSP is the GOAT of fighting games? Yeah, or something. DSP is the greatest fighter. He is the greatest player of all time. No one has ever DSP'd. The public callouts. Well, I mean, it's just shorts commenters. Most of them don't even watch your actual stuff. But it is fucking hilarious to me when people glaze it like, FTG just knows. I'm like, no, I don't, dude. It's just the blind leading the blind. We're just making shit up. So when did they nerf Absolute for it to get to this point? We have one right here. Surely you're caffing, brother. Gotta go have a good stream. I'll sneak back in when I can.
Retaking those sectors is a lost cause.
You sure can.
From orbit risks collateral damage, so we need a more targeted approach.
What was the Yurtsky video I saw recently? I kind of wanted to talk. There was a Reddit post somebody made about like them getting flamed on minimal, and I want to talk about whether or not this game is toxic for casual players, or I should say if it's toxic to new players because. Let's see, what was it even called? I think this is actually a good thing. To talk about. Posted 2 weeks ago. I'll talk about it later. After this game. Minimal is crazy. Yeah, some guy was getting flamed for playing on minimal, and they're like, "You're prestige 4 on minimal? How could you?" He's getting flamed by other people in this game. Now, it almost sounds like baloney to me, I'm not gonna lie, but I have seen some like really strange takes. But Absolute doesn't change at all since it's dropped. Well, technically it's gotten harder. But Absolute's not the hardest content in the game anymore. It is hard enough to be representative of like the actual gameplay in the game though. Will you release a build for the Assault Axe? I have like 5, but yeah, I can give you. Here's another one.
No storm will delay our vengeance.
There's probably every build you would ever need on my channel for like any particular weapon. I don't think there's a single one I have not covered this patch. I haven't covered every single combination, but the archetypes I'm pretty sure are all done. Imagine the grind time to Prestige for only playing minimal. Maybe that's just how they like to play the game. Though I don't know if I actually buy that player or something. I don't. Like, I can't. Maybe I'm actually just too elitist, but I cannot imagine that there's like a significant portion of players of any skill level that can only play at minimal. Let alone play long enough to Prestige in the minimal. Doesn't make any sense. Post patch 12 for Power Axe, dude. I have like 5 Power Axe builds for this class. Like patch 12. I think Bulwark is the only class for me, dude. Well, Bulwark's the only class you want, it's the only one you have to play. Because your game, brother.
Jump pack review.
I call myself very casual. I haven't played anything but Absolute since it came out. Which is why, I mean, listen, you gotta remember, this was a Reddit comment, which means it's probably all bullshit. It's probably someone karma farming. Because people do that for some reason, because, like, Predators actually like clout more than anything meaningful. Okay, that's, But yeah, when somebody says, I'll read it after this, because you're Reddit, and I thought it was quite interesting. And the conversation it brought up is more important to me than like the actual validity of the post itself.
The zone progress
FCG, what do you think about the attack shoe build? What do you mean?
Jump pack refuel.
Power attack and more melee options, so probably get them all eventually. He should have a power sword. Like, I don't think giving Tactical a power sword is a bad idea at all. First of all, in the current lineup for Space Marine 2, the power sword's not that strong. It's not like bad, it's just not that strong. So you're not really making him OP. Power Axe is actually pretty Timothy. So like that thing would make Tax significantly stronger. Like, does it really matter, you know? Like, who cares? Will attack with a Power Axe be stronger than the Bulwark already is? No. Will it be easier to play than the Bulwark already is? Also no. Why do I say do it?
We eliminated the shrouded menace.
Bulwark and Assault are god classes, I can't lie. Yep, certainly are. They're the two best classes in the game right now. I would say Tac is pretty damn close to them for different reasons. He may not have like the solo capacity that they do at all times with as many build setups, but he does have super damage enabling and really ridiculous resource management. The damage potential of attack is tremendously high. All thanks to that aspect. It's crazy though how the melee classes are the strongest. It's just because of the way the game's set up right now, where once they added Chaos Spawn, Assault got significantly stronger. So what happened was, we got the Assault buff in patch 9 that made it so the Assault had more iframes on landing. He also got new perks, and then one of the best perks they added to him is Hammer of Wrath. They've now moved to a Prestige perk option. Patch 11. Okay. Thanks for just jumping out of my shit. The Sabres say no sword on tax is too strong. They said that about other stuff before. I mean, that's why they're afraid of buffing up Bolter body shot damage, as if Bolter weapons are even the best weapons in the game right now, and not the Fire Blaster or grenade launcher options.
The bindings have been loosened. I thank this machine's spirit.
Good. Escort the payload to the train.
There was a pretty long time in Space Marine 2 where most classes did not have remotely the options. We didn't have a combat knife on pack until patch 7. So what patch did they nerf Absolute? I mean, they didn't nerf Absolute. Why do you think Absolute is nerfed? The spawns, I mean, I think the only thing, they had a bug spawn on the reinforcement calls for bosses. Absolute was nerfed, Absolute was not nerfed.
Avenging angel. That pitiful Xenos was but no horror.
I get the gameplay loop of trying to make players go for headshots, and playing a bolter without crack and penetrator rounds for tactical feels miserable. It is miserable. Crack and penetrator rounds definitely shows how much better the weapons could actually feel in this game. And they don't feel particularly OP either.
The enemy remains untarnished, unblemished, unbroken.
Oh yeah, the reinforcement call fix can technically be called a nerf. Yeah. So there was a while there where the reinforcements on Absolute were calling in like extremis in the middle of boss fights, which is not supposed to happen. It's supposed to be like set spawns. I kind of wish they left that in though. Well, I guess absolute spawns are increased at a 3 stack. Yeah, you get fewer spawns. You can get the potential spawns in absolute go down in true solo a little bit. I think it's not potential spawns. It's the threat modifier, which means like how many tokens they get. That doesn't change anything about the boss fights. And it's so much harder than a 3-player group absolute would be.
I have walked worlds unnumbered, and have not yet found one I could not conquer.
What's the next info video coming out? Wow, when we get new info. If you're not everyone, I will be covering everything coming out of the next patch. We just have literally nothing until Warhammer Skulls, pretty much. Space Marine 2 is not exactly content rich at the moment.
That pitiful Xenos was done horrible. No storm will delay our entrance. Avenging angels. Angel of death. Xenos learn your route. The Imperium's hammer is to strike. This is not a test of metal, but of patience. This is a bit foul, my asthma slows.
Also, range unit damage looks nerfed to you. There's literally 0 changes to range damage. That's probably just our Hammer of Wrathport giving us 30% range damage reduction every time we jump back for 15 seconds.
The world is Xenos sought to consume. Now consumed. No storm will delay our entrance. Servitors remind me that I am blessed that I walk as I am, and not as they do.
Okay. Lovely. Bam.
Xenos hunger. I pray these sands are cleansing the Titan from those Xenos. That's refused.
Does melee still restore less contested health and range? Depends on the gun, depends on the melee weapon. You make this look so easy. I mean, to be honest, Wings of Flame Assault against Jared is actually pretty easy. Once you know the actual dodge timings.
This should get the rest of you across.
It's really not. I would really not call True Solo absolute content that difficult in the game anymore. It was much, much harder last year. A lot of the classes are very strong now. On Tech Marine, it can be pretty rough because he gets unlocked a lot. But on Assault, Assault's pretty goated. He is kind of choose through bosses. Assault kind of trivializes Carnifexes, if you guys didn't see that. Just what he does now. The Carnifex stacks melee attacks so much that you just kind of... Yeah, if you have more Carnifexes stacking melee, it doesn't even matter. You just get to do more damage to all of them. There should be a special reward for True Solos. I mean, True Solos were only added to the game, I'm pretty sure, because content creators are doing them.
Removal is required to commence.
Message received.
It was originally a mod. You couldn't actually play through solo in the base game. But it was quite popular among the community. I mean, it's so popular now that even people I've seen who've been sponsored don't even play this game through solo, so. It has caught on. I would say True Solos and Space Marine 2 are actually more popular than the game they originated from, which is, for those of you unaware, True Solos were mainly popularized in Darktide, and actually, I'm not even Darktide, Vermintide. Doing rage, guys.
Avenging angel.
You still can't do weeklies and dailies on True Solo, that's true, but you can do them if you just go to the, I can't even pick this one up. Oh.
It is renewal given for the lictor hunter, veiled by hate. Jump and renew.
How much damage does Jetpack dodge do? 100. And to put that in perspective, a Tyranid Warrior has 300 HP, 304 HP on absolute. So you're doing like a third of a Tyranid Warrior's HP every time you jump back into them.
The world this Xenos sought to consume now consumes its kind.
What do you think about Yersky, in my opinion? He is the SM2 Reddit Hive Mind, was a YouTube channel. I mean, he can post whatever the fuck he wants, it's his channel. I've had 0 negative interactions with him. That's wild. I'm guessing there's a recharging success on there in there as well. Oh, for the Wings of Flame, yeah. Every time you get a perfect jetpack dodge and you have commitment, you get your jetpack refunded. So you can kind of just like go into the boss over and over and over. Hey, what do you think about the heroic power sword idea? Damage 15 plus, speed 3, clean potential 4, defense block, heroic perk after a perfect dodge and parry hold the attack to start the power rate. When switching sword styles, defense side becomes defensive in 3 seconds. This effect refreshes on parry. It sounds overly complicated and like it wouldn't be that strong. That's my personal opinion. The moment I see thing only triggers for 3 seconds, it's like, uh-oh. People can't even use the power sword now. There's no way they get full benefit out of that. People come in all the time and ask me, does switching the power stance actually do anything on my power sword? Now imagine if you made them swap a defense type in the middle of their power stance chain. They lose their mind.
Avenging aim.
Think about the Ravener combo, block the first 2 hits, switch to fencing, parry, power break, block stacks. I mean, you can already power break block stacks by just staggering them up the first 2 block moves. Just a block weapon with extra steps. And also, what's parrying going to do for you at that point? Like so let's say you're gonna parry, you get the 2 block charges and you parry the Ravener with the fencing type. What is that doing for you in your block power break? 50% damage boost on parry? Yeah, that already happens to block though.
The warhead is ready to go.
Good. Deploy it.
Oh, I was totally unaware. So, yeah, it was bugged at first on the original launch, but now it works. It's worked for a long time now. It's funny, somebody in my Discord asked me about this. Also, join my Discord if you haven't. We're desperate. We need more people. More and more. Always more. Hive mind grows. But, the point is that, somebody asked me this yesterday. It's like, why do we take Balance, Power Fist on Assault and Siege mode? Why do we not take like the block? We take block on Bulwark. And the reason is that, first of all of them apply the parry bonus, but also the Assault class, you can animation cancel out of a Balance parry window, unlike Bulwark, because Bulwark's animation cancel is tied to a shield block, and you cannot shield block while you are. You are unable to shield block while you are blocking or parrying. Now Assault, on the other hand, if I start my parry, I just hit the button. See? Oh, we failed it? Doesn't matter. So you don't have to give a shit.
I find their offensive offensive. Slay them in the turret. Funnel the vermin into the causeway and let them battle the engine. Purge the Xenos scum from the motive engine, lest they destroy it!
I thought the block just gets the damage boost in the attacks itself, not the 50% bonus. It's just like, yeah, the parry bonus is called a parry bonus by the community, but it does, like, the expose effect, that counts on block as well these days. What's your opinion on the Heroic Fist? It's really good, but really boring. Also a very good weapon for newer players. Jump back dash to get a jail free card? Yep. Certainly is. The Hive Mind grows, Valrak's sneaking his way in there. Chapter Master Valrak. He plays this game sometimes. Big Imperial Fist fan, that guy. Wait, Valrak is in here? No, he plays Face Marine 2 sometimes, not in here. He would never profane himself with the humble FTG stream.
Another alien.
An emergency maintenance request is awaiting your immediate attention.
What Whatever prayers will restart the charging station, I am eager to charge. Throwing crack grenade! A neural probe revealed itself.
Courage to march past indefinite. Cause technical failure. Offer prayers to expedite the performance of repairs.
Whatever prayers will restart the charging station, I am eager to charge. Ammo ready.
That guy actually just sniped me out of my shot. Kind of rude. Out of my jump back dash. Nothing can stop the balanced power axe.
Whatever prayers will restart the charging station, I am eager to charge.
The excessive amount of range spam in this game is sure something. Valrex simply doesn't know how to approach Sir FTG. I'm sure he does.
Whatever prayers will restart the charging
With a
station,
mere
I am
message.
eager to charge. Avenging angel.
I'm pretty sure there was one point in time where Valrak talked about Jefficus. Not directly, but it definitely sounded like he was alluding to him. This was before Space Marine 2 even came out. Jeff made a video that like this game's launch might actually be kind of shit, and it was in terms of content. Because Jeff made a video that got like he got like 20,000 views or so, which means if you're like, if you were watching Space Marine 2 content any kind of time, you probably saw it maybe. Especially if you're as like in the loop. Because Valrak made a comment back then saying, oh, like these tiny YouTubers are saying that like this game could have like a lack of content. How could that possibly be true? That's exactly what happened when the game came out.
Whatever prayers will restart the charging station, I am eager to charge.
Where the fuck is this person go? Jefficus.
Whatever prayers will restart the charging station,
Oh, he
I am
finally found his
eager
way
to
back.
charge.
Speaking of Jeff, where is he? Jeff is what we call gameplay employed, and he is currently in officer training school.
Whatever prayers will restart the charging station, I am
This is
eager
fucking
to
annoying.
charge.
I'm gonna go do the objective. FTG, 1 day on stream. Can you help me reach wave 15 on Hard Siege? Yeah, probably. Why not? I don't do viewer games that often right now. There's not much to do, but we could. I helped Sandman get that. Dude, what is going on with this boss? Fucking die. Get out of here.
Attendant within proximity. Logging on.
Oh, somebody said, does Power Sword speed style have higher DPS? Strong style on single targets, yes, technically. It's not like super substantial. If I decide the number for a face reveal, I'll do a face reveal for $1,000. Otherwise, I'll do it on my own time. I don't have a webcam right now, so that'd be the main purpose.
Charging system detected. Engine steer requested to perform rites of restoration.
Alright, I'm off to bed. Take it easy, everyone. Take it easy. Phenomenal. Pretty sure we'd copy Australians by streaming this early. I got you.
A survivor calls for every Block purge the alien. The world is seen on Solos sealed, now consumes its kind.
Nah, feet come first, then face. Yeah, bro. I can't wait for new content in this video game. I'm gonna update the stream title, say it's not coming out today before I get like actual brain rot comments. It's not today. Parentheses. Whenever you say patch 13 waiting room in a title, or like patch waiting room, you always get at least like 5 people come in and be like, is it out today? No.
Deploy immediately.
With pleasure.
Alright, I'm launching it, I don't care. Ow, I definitely don't care, I'm actually upset. 200 for a knee teaser? I could do a knee for a knee or two for 200, yeah.
Remember, guide this weapon into the heart of our foe.
No patch 13 today, every 10 minutes.
Detonation in 5.
Yeah, like it's my own hubris for thinking people know what's going on in this game, but a lot of people just don't read anything. In fact, it's really funny to me that like Saber will never acknowledge that I exist. Those fuckers, they'll never mention me directly. They hate it. Don't forget the Kiwis fight well. Think of the 20 New Zealand dollars. That's true. New Zealanders in chat. Thank you very much, brother Mars. But I'm saying Saber and Focus will never acknowledge that I exist, even though they directly throw shade at me on their Discord server, which makes it sound like they probably don't have a positive opinion, which I don't know how that could possibly be true. I only skim. Maybe it's because I skimmed over one portion in the last patch notes for patch 12, and I didn't read the part about the Bolters. Maybe that's it. They really don't let me live that one down. Damn those Saber dogs, witness FTG. It's not what I mean, but it's like they just do not. If anybody brings me up in their Discord or pings them about me, they will just not acknowledge that I exist as a person. It's pain. What are next? What are your thoughts on Tech Marine? Any build you suggest? I have like at least 10 builds for Tech Marine on this channel, so use your poison. I probably have a build for every single setup on Tech Marine possible currently. Pick your poison. Just look up Tech Marine build. I guarantee you'll find it on here eventually. Okay. Who's that girl who posts a lot in their Discord something? Was lurking yesterday. I mean, that's our community manager, or one of them. Now, there aren't a lot of content creators for Space Marine 2. There's like Hayes, there's Yurtsky, and there's Behind the Grind. They already banned Behind the Grind. So, they banned him off the official Discord. Oh, well, I don't know what he said, but I know they banned him. It did happen. Yeah, Sister Hylia, yes. I'm not gonna lie, they yap a lot in that Discord and don't actually say anything of value. Just like me. Is Tech only getting Deathwatch stuff? They said there's more customization coming. You'll probably find out more in the skulls. I agree, they do yap a lot. They do. And they get... So have you guys seen what they posted on the official Discord server for that game? They have posted... They said... they made an announcement. They said, little reminder. Like, how fucking pathetic is this? Hold on. Don't ping the staff out of their working hours, and especially on the weekend. Even if you see them online, ping the staff out of their working hours will grant you a timeout or a ban if it gets too repetitive. So please take good notes of the following. From Monday to Thursday, our working hours are 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. EST. On Fridays, 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. EST. And on the weekend, the staff is off. Do not ping. Are you shitting me? Is that not fucking stupid? Is that their whole job? Like, shouldn't your Discord account, if you're a community manager, basically feel like your work email? Imagine just like turning off your... Imagine banning somebody. Like, if you message my work email when I'm off work, I will ban you. A life-threatening Discord ping. Dude, imagine if I banned everyone who pinged me when I was asleep. Can't they just mute it? Yes, they could just mute it. That is certainly one of the options, brother. Some guy was pinging me in that Discord the other day. Because he was like, look, it's FTG. Look, he's the one who reads your comments. Ban him. That's how it works, though. They probably aren't allowed to. I mean, you think they'd have personal Discords, though, and like not use their personal Discord for their business stuff, for their work as community managers. But that would require them to have a, you know.
Keep them off guard.
Or if you're in another time zone and you accidentally message them, well, somebody went into my chat the other day and said, hey, I joined the Discord for 10 minutes. I wanted to ask them about something, and I pinged them, and they timed me out and then a bunch of people made fun of me and said, read the announcement, dumbass, but he was in the Discord for the first time for 10 minutes. I believe his exact words were, hold on, what did he say? Let me read the message. He said, it felt like, he said, I feel like I got sent into the after-school club Warhammer classroom to ask the teacher a question, and when I went in and asked, 5 sweaty, pig-nosed, smelly losers laughed at me, pointed their fingers at the whiteboard and said, read, idiot, and then I got banned.
Inserting round.
Morning FCG, what's up, brother? For me. A lot of slop in the Special Space Marine 2 Discord. I mean, it's a corpo run Discord. They're kind of all like this. It's the same thing in Helldivers Discord and Dark Tides. I mean, like, let's reasonably ask ourselves, who the fuck hangs out in a corporate run Discord in the first place? And they do the same thing in the Helldivers 2 Discord, where they'll ban content creators, or like you know, if you talk in there, which I've never done, but if you talk in the creator Discords for these things, they did this to Odo, where like he brought up problems to the Helldivers devs, and they just fucking banned him from the official Discord. Because a lot of these community managers go on an ego trip. Happens quite often. I heard the parry GS deals more damage than the dodge gun strike. Is that true? If so, it's stupid. Well, it's because you apply the parry bonus. You don't get a parry exposed bonus off of a perfect dodge. Only downside. Helldivers devs are next level, or certainly next level something.
This ravenous tunnels no more.
Heavy Bolter on your Infernos, your power fantasy peak, it is pretty good. Heroic Heavy Bolter really is just the peak. This is probably the first build I'm doing on the next patch for Siege. I think Heroic Heavy Bolter is actually probably pretty good. Maybe not like the best option ever, but pretty fun in Siege mode. I mean, it's not that bad now for like practical gameplay. Anyone seen Mortal Kombat 2? I heard it was good.
Releasing shock. Ammunition here. Fresh magazine. The Codex demand. is not yours to devour, high priest.
All right.
A miracle given forth. Shock grenade out! No holding.
Is there a flamethrower weapon in SM2 yet? Yes, there's 2. The Pyre Blaster and Pyre Cannon.
We crush the ravenous brood. Our boat shall bellow the zone folks' death. Tyranid fireball, watch for spore mines. Another scene of atrocity. That silence intimidates the fire shit.
Oh, that's so fun. I love him to chase down a Motherboard across the map. They did a phenomenal job of making the enemy annoying as fuck.
Loadout, sanctified maneuvers.
Space Marines 2 is a great game. I'll never forgive them for the wrong name. What does that even mean?
Ready to meet.
We should have the advantage inside the Imperial encampment. Captain, I hear no signs of battle. No life signs detected. Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
FTG, do you have a 40k army or collection of any sort? I have a box of shame. I only have time to play tabletop usually is why.
Keep them off guard.
I know any minis I paint
Reload.
are just gonna gather dust.
You failed at ultra. Stop that subject from riding across you.
If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand.
Pack a little more bite. Tyranid gunmen destroyed. Stay alert. Wait for you fire levels. Throwing Stanford. This galaxy is not yours to devour.
A lot of warriors.
Let's start now.
Where the heavy bolter kind of shines though. The heroic fencing window really
If I am the
is.
first to find these codes, you
Jeez.
should expect a reprimand.
We crush the ravenous brood.
If I am the first to find these codes, you should expect a reprimand.
A Raven Guard heavy intercessor, nice, nice. A man who knows ball. You don't really see them that often. You really don't. The sad truth about minis, yeah. Like, unless you're actually playing at tournaments, you're probably going to gather dust on your minis.
Proceed to the Promethium refinery and complete
And they're not exactly
demolition
cheap.
preparations.
What's the best block weapon at the moment? Probably block power axe or block power fist. I mean, they're all usable.
There is no going back.
The parry bolter reigns supreme certainly does.
Obstacle removed.
Nothing will escape this crew once it catches fire.
Any boss spawn?
Crack grenade in. Damage your movement. Steal your marks. Neuro.
I just want to shoot him in the face, but not meant to be.
We can fumble this tactical advantage. This galaxy's got doors to power. Tossing crack. The fewer psychers these Xenos have, the better. You failed at ultra.
Let me just do this.
Fresh cartridge. Sanctified belief.
Alright, back to back. I don't occasionally catches me. Right. The standing unblockable is awkward having getting caught by those right there. Oh, you were.
Behold, the supremacy of Ultra. Crack grenade, unleashed. Soiled on the trails. The codex demand. Inserting round.
Thanks for the guys, a good combo. Good night. Take it easy, Mars. Hey, stopping by. Alright, let's go and
That is the last of the
what class would you want added to the game next? Okay, the obvious answer is librarian. I don't even think that's a question for me. I just want a librarian added to the game. But they're never gonna do that, so they're probably gonna need a chaplain.
fresh magazine.
Someone said FCG's adopting a cat. Wait, lied. Any pet would die under my leadership. Therefore, we have none.
Talassa, KEYBINDS are running out of time. How close are you to the Prometheum facility?
On location, Lieutenant.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
If so, what skill sets you want to see on a librarian? Okay, so like, what would make the noobs the happiest in this game? Probably a bubble. Just give them the Psyker bubble.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Prometheum well. Cautiously. If you know what is good.
Guys, I'm far from the lore. What's the librarian's deal? They are Psychers. They're all Psychers. They're the Psychers of Space Marine Psychers, basically. Like Dark Tide Psychers. They're just Space Marines with magic powers, basically. On top of their other stuff.
The charge is down.
Voice is dying today.
The generators hung with the machine guns.
You know, I think this might actually be the biggest gap between patches we've ever had in Space Marine 2. I'm trying to think, like, what's the worst one? See, we had patch 11 on November 25th of last year, and then we had patch 12 on February 26th. We had a PTS in January, so it was only a 2-month gap.
Swarm spotted. Headed toward generator 4.
We haven't had a PTS, so this might actually be the biggest gap between patches we've had. Because by the time this patch comes out, it's going to be 3 months minimum. It only feels this long because usually we have some kind of content by now. But they skipped the PTS this time due to delays. Or potentially other things.
It found its last. Defend that generator. I will cover you. Filthy thieves have borrowed for the last time. X-axis aligned. Unlock the size. 2 axes remain. Attention. Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation.
Let's see what we got here.
Deployment resumed. Drive train restored. Begin the course of the promotion methods. Swarm approaching. Keep firing leads to generator 3. Catching vibrations emitting from generator 3. Operator.
FG, have you seen the Psyker mod? I'm not for this game. I played the Terminator one, that was pretty fun. This game's a dress up for guys, it definitely is. I don't even know how you could like this game long term if you don't like the outfit customization and 40k stuff.
That's the dwayne Xenos. The Codex demands.
No PTS because of confidence or lack of it. More like no PTS because either their marketing team is wanting to push something big at Warhammer Skulls, or it's just a deadline thing. Because Tech Ring came out later than they thought it would.
Margin of error 0.0.
Much later. It was supposed to, like, Tech Ring was supposed to come out in, or I should say, Patch 13 was supposed to come out in Q1 along with Tech Ring, but Tech Ring came out in February, which means they would have had to launch.
Disruption of operation at generator.
They would have had to launch them like 1 month apart.
To the oversized proper alignment.
And honestly, I don't think most players even had their Tech Marine all the way leveled up in a month. So, probably for the best and not release them side by side, like back to back like that. No PTS because deadlines. I mean, there's that. There's also the fact that Warhammer Skulls is coming. And Warhammer Skulls is where they're probably going to announce some big stuff, especially since this time last year, we did not have any info on year 2, but we do know year 3 is coming. So they have a lot more to work with this time. And let's be real, year 1 of this game is pretty shit by comparison. Like, year 2 already is better than year 1. We've already gotten infinitely more melee weapons added to the game in year 2 than year 1. And we're only halfway through it, really. We're like 3/5 of the way through it. When is patch 13 online? We don't know. We have no idea. Probably next month.
Reload. Load up.
I saw Heavy near the bottom for some solo lists. What do you think Heavy's issue is? Power creep? Yeah, he's kind of power crept a bit. That is his like only issue. He's not bad. I wouldn't put him at the bottom of the solos. I think Tech Marine's worse for solo, technically. Heavy's very tanky. Very, very tanky. I think the patch will drop as soon as they announce it at Skulls. I kind of doubt that. I kind of doubt it. If they do, that'd be pretty unique for Saber. They might. What is your favorite build for each class? Actually, I have a whole video about that, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I don't. It's hard to tell. It depends on the class. It depends on the faction I'm fighting. FTG, do you have a list of best loadouts per class for Chaos? No, but I can do that in the future.
Distraction efforts as long as you can. Your plan is sound, brother. The swarm will be broken. I will hold you to it.
FTG, what are your overall feelings on patch 12? Tech Marine is great for the game, but the performance of the game and the range pimp have made it one of the more unfun patches to play. I mean, new classes, support shooters are usually the best thing you can add. But patch 12 was mostly Tech Marine. Right by side of Wrath of Imperium. Ah, yes. It's easy. A free FTG Twitch slaughter of the card effects. We say for now. Sword Warriors are kind of rude as fuck. That's
Sanctified maneuvers. Crush the ravenous brood.
How would you buff heavy if they're gonna change it? Give him a knife. Just give him a flipping knife.
Fresh cartridge. There is no distinguished ground. No holding back. Medical assistance will be.
I'll take it. We could have used the sim, but why not go for the extra fancy suicide bombing?
Skitter to the grave.
Ravener's just rude. When the card effect spazzes out on you like that, it's gonna be pretty rough. Because all the Raveners to do is like triple combo, and you're pretty locked. But yeah, on the note of how I would buff heavy, give him a give my homie a combat knife. They're supposed to have them in tabletop. And like, let's be real, giving a heavy a combat knife is not going to make him OP compared to like every other strong class in the game currently.
That swarm of Xenos. You failed at home. Fate.
Every Marine has a knife, yeah, they're supposed to. I understand what they were going for with the heavy initially, but in these days, just give him a knife. Every Marine has a knife, but the heavy. Not even true in tabletop. Do heavy intercessors have a combat knife? Yes, they are equipped with a close combat weapon. While these are not specialized for melee, they are modeled with combat knives, or assume they carry one as standard a star user issue. Just give him a knife, dude. You know how much better he would feel if he had a knife? I mean, you can't. I don't know if they will ever do that, because I don't know if they even have a system in the game to swap your melee weapon. You have to get rid of like the stomp and all that. And they'd also probably have to rework some of his melee perks, because imagine if you gave him a Power Gladius with like 100% melee damage bonus on top of the melee damage bonuses on the heavy weapons themselves. But that being said,
Follow me through.
give him a knife.
The enemy comes, Captain. But we are prepared.
Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done.
What chapters are heavy? Raven Guard.
Is upon us. magazine.
This is the only reason we wear a Raven Guard Heavy, by the way, so we can use the bolt pistol like this.
Ammunition here.
Imagine suppressed heavy vulture. Seems a bit counterintuitive, though.
That silence intimidating fire. Crack grenade, unleash.
So I hate those guys. Dig all the time. The fact they can't die in that animation is pretty annoying.
Halfway there, brothers.
You want to keep us out of my firing range. Keep them off guard. Fail that order. Reload.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Load up. Deploying shock.
That's the way.
Sanctify the lanes. Searching rounds.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
We end this now.
There we go, finally. And that's a wrap.
Let's give the hive mind a hive-sized headache.
Tyranid bioscience down 90% and full. Swarm annihilation confirmed.
Excellent work. Move to extract. Extraction complete. Returning to orbit.
Alright. That is probably all for me for now. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for watching. I might be back on later today, since I did just get on at like 6 a.m., but we'll see. Thank you all for chilling, watching. As always, take it easy. Bye-bye.